You ready?
Go.
Hello.
What's popping?
Don't mind me, I didn't wear my cap.
Don't mind me too much.
Did you put it on?
You know.
Hello.
What's popping?
How you doing? Tell us how you're doing in the comments.
Please.
And fuck.
How you doing?
I am good. I am okay.
I'm good. And I'm also T.
Yeah. I'm also T.
And we being on G. Individually and together.
You know the vibes.
And this right here is being on GFM. So, if you're new here, welcome. And
see?
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We popping. And if you've been here before, you know the vibes by now. Right? T, what we doing today?
We talk shit. We talking conscious shit.
However, we're gonna do it like this.
That is a we smoking with cigarettes.
Smoking with cigarettes. You feel me?
And we smoking with on your top 5. I'm joking.
Tonight.
Topic today: the prettiest of privileges. You guessed it. Pretty privilege.
Boop, 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 boop. Wait, let's ask Google first, cause like that's the Bible. Okay, pretty privilege, right? What is pretty privilege? Pretty privilege works on the principle that people who are deemed more attractive based on societal beauty standards have an upper hand in the world and are afforded many opportunities that us regular folks don't have. What does that mean? That means
If she's pretty, they put her in the front of the line.
and if you're in the back of the line, I guess, what does that say about you?
You ugly as fuck.
You ugly motherfucker! So, is pretty privilege a thing that people who are deemed more attractive by societal terms and standards have it easy? You're doing it, that's how you're doing it.
Yeah. It's like them sponsoring things. There's a focus diet.
Let me see. Yeah.
Or let's try and switch on the lights first.
Let's see what the lights were screaming.
Or how does it look with this light on?
No, this is not cool.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't think it exists. Yes.
It exists how? Then it's not the pretty person who is making it happen, right? First,
Yes.
Oh, is it? Oh, they know like I'm beautiful as fuck, so I'm gonna use my beauty.
No,
as
it's not the
advantage.
pretty person.
It's the person who's seeing them as beautiful,
Yes.
who's like,
it's
I want
the
to.
societal terms.
So I think society is so sick that they're like, they have intentions. They have sick intentions with beautiful people. That's why beautiful people have it easy, because they're like, motherfuckers are plotting on them.
But there are some people that are very much about pretty privilege, that I know I'm pretty, so I know I can get everything I want. That use pretty privilege as a means to live life, you know.
It means to get by. I don't have to do anything. I just have to be pretty.
Or is not conscious of other problems because they've had it, the pretty privilege in life, you know what I'm saying? Whereas pretty privilege doesn't have to apply to skin, it can apply to clothing, you know what I'm saying? It can apply to, you have more drip than I do. So in spaces, like, you would be given more attention or more, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's also for me a broad spectrum of what it is. So it's like you said though, the trippiest thing is what he said. All right, it's not the person that is pretty that creates the pretty privilege. It's the person that is looking and saying that that girl is pretty and treating them differently. I feel like personally we're all a victim of pretty privilege to some extent.
Yeah.
Of like, damn, this girl is pretty, or this person is beautiful facially, structurally.
Physically.
You know? It's beautiful. And then you get to having a conversation and you're like, damn.
It's a dumb motherfucker.
But I still wanna fuck. I still wanna fuck you though, cause you pretty.
I still wanna fuck cause you pretty as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm still gonna make you my hostess, cause you pretty. Even though you say dumb shit, cause niggas, people, society, in marketing.
Your pretty face becomes currency.
Yes.
Like social capital.
Yeah.
Or like way to get around, cause I'm fucking beautiful. So in order for me as an entity to exist in these spaces, I have to be this pretty, I have to have this drip, I have to in order to be paid attention to, because that's how those spaces operate.
Yeah.
So it's not the pretty face, it's the space
that is the problem.
However,
the person that also is in their bag is the problem.
because the motherfucker is conscious of the whole thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it's not my fault that I was born this beautiful also. That's the thing, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not the motherfucker's fault. It's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
The most beautiful people are the ones in the most dangerous situations.
What you trying to say? You see, now we're being biased.
No, baby, I'm like,
let's also
perspective.
Let's also define our definition of beautiful before we like.
Pretty is not beautiful, right?
So pretty is a physical.
Pretty, I feel like, yeah, it involves some shit that has to do with physical. Come be like, oh, you have a pretty spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
pretty eyes, pretty face, pretty nails, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
But then the soul or the personality or the character or the behavior, the mindset, the psychology of the person can take that away from the prettiness, you know?
Yeah.
Like once a motherfucker is doing some ugly shit with a beautiful face, the beautiful face starts to become ugly eventually, because now you also seeing beyond the shit, the physical appearance.
Oh, I feel you.
So what I'm saying is the pretty motherfucker will use the physical appearance to do some non-physical shit. You dig? Is also part of pretty privilege. If like in this realm where they accept prettiness as a thing, I'm going to use this prettiness to do, for example, say spiritual things.
Yeah.
Is a reality of pretty privilege.
Yeah.
And people will never suspect me to be that because I'm pretty.
Yeah. Damn. Or I don't know. Like I do know. I do know.
You do know. You do know.
It's like, even for me personally, it would be like, when I was still in my fuckboy phase,
Yeah.
it would be like, if a pretty girl come up,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo.
You fine as hell.
If a pretty nigga approaches me on some, you know, at work, I'll give more respect than a nigga that's not pretty.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll talk to you like you're me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the pretty, it comes with that shit of like niggas idolize some even celebrities because of how pretty they are, to a point where it's like you're a idol, literally a doll of like, you're just pretty, you don't shit, you can't have emotions, you can't have this. I think a lot of negative shit also comes with that pretty privilege.
Yeah.
That pretty people with pretty privilege do struggle with now, because they can't voice themselves, and when they do, it's people are gonna be like, oh, you have it easy anyway. You know.
So y'all niggas didn't understand. It's fuck.
So.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot. But But we aren't pretty privileged of the existence or the order around.
I do believe in pretty. I believe it exists. I believe it's a thing that's functioning. Like, I'm not gonna care. Personally, I also would give skeptical attention to a person I would consider not as pretty, because what is being pretty? It's also a subjective thing. A nigga will be like, I have a pretty girlfriend, and people will be like, love is blind. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas will be actually, like, celebrities could be ugly as hell, but because they're idolized, and because we're blind as fans, we don't see that ugliness. We're like, the music is dope, or the acting is dope, or the writing is immaculate. You know what I'm saying?
That saying of like, money cleans you up.
You know what I'm saying? So that's also, money is a form of pretty privilege. Like, when you get money, you can get pretty.
That is shit.
Get money, get pretty in the space.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
That's a perspective.
So pretty privilege doesn't just consist of face or body.
Yeah. Because now when you don't have the face and the body, you must acquire pretty privilege somehow.
Somehow.
How, Sway? I was born this way.
You know.
Plastic surgery.
Do you think that's why it's so popular right now? But also it's people that are trying to feel comfortable in themselves. You know. But it also falls under the pretty privilege.
It comes back to the same thing we're talking about, pretty privilege. The thing we're talking about privilege all along. It comes down to people trying to be themselves also, and to assert themselves to themselves and to in certain spaces of their lives.
Then society wants to define these things as this thing, but like there's still a two-sidedness to it of like, it's a mixture with colorism now of the pretty privilege before was how light you are,
now the
what straight hair you are.
Yeah.
It keeps on changing with societal terms and the structures it put, the terms and conditions it puts for you to be pretty. Because before, being pretty was being petite, little booty, you know. Now it's big booty, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So with time, that's going to change too.
So the definition of pretty evolves with time, evolves with whatever the generation is saying is the way
societal terms.
In societal terms and standards, like the fucking definition of pretty privilege. Now that's deep as hell. Because like, what, there used to be this thing of like, oh, light-skinned niggas have it better.
Yeah.
And all light-skinned niggas are, dark-skinned niggas have it better.
You know what I'm saying?
And then the other people who are not of color are just like,
now no one knows who's who has pretty privilege or not, because everyone is having pretty privilege. Like, people are being seen as who they are and who they're not, because also of social media. You know what I'm saying? Because a moment can create a lot of personality.
That's true.
So if people see you on social media, the more then they see you out, and then they see you out, that persona on social media will be the persona they see whole time, even though you do fucked up shit.
And that's what stays with them, and that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
So they subconsciously or consciously choose not to see the fucked up shit.
It's the society's projections of what pretty is in that moment. I don't even feel like it's in a large ass timeline. I feel like it's in a moment of like not wanting to feel guilty in this calling out culture.
In this society.
Yeah.
So, not wanting to feel guilty, wanting to exist, living, those are things that are like, I feel in conflict the whole time with this discourse of pretty privilege. You know, because somehow you either have to go against society or against your own morals in order to either be for or be against the standards of society.
I think it's whoever structured this whole thing we're living was, besides the original creator or the original universal structure, whoever thought of the structure, I think their conditioning determines whatever definitions come about or however this is defined. So how they still conditioning us to live will define whatever we define success as human beings, or love as, or whatever.
Or beauty. Crazy.
So.
But that, yeah, is that thing. Law is just a statement by one person that now becomes the standard of living and the conditioning of man. And it's like, you can break out of that. But then, society doesn't accept you that easily. What the fuck?
And then it's like questioning why you want to fit into society. And then
because you want to have it easier in life, bro. That's where it's at. Where the pretty privilege is at is where people actually taught to aspire to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all taught to be like that. That's success.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So now everybody's like, that's the goal. And it could be in that form or in any other form, but it's like the chase of success or the chase of a pretty something or a better life, more comfortable space, more comfortable state of mind that comes with physical appearance, materialistic appearances of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn. See, because imagine a blind man's perspective of pretty or beauty, you know. It's just like we eat what we see because it looks pretty. We drink a cocktail because it looks nice, you know.
We go to places that are beautiful,
that are pretty, aesthetically pleasing.
Because is it because we are aesthetically pleasing, or because we imagine ourselves in those situations and the accomplishment of that will give us some sort of peace? Or is that even a conditioning in itself to believe that?
Okay, now we go into other shit. We're a pretty privilege, a little privilege. So,
yeah.
Please tell us what you think.
What do you think about pretty privilege?
Cause damn.
Are you privileged? Or are you not? What's guarding the child?
Facts. Because for me it's layers.
Like there's so many layers to this shit. No.
But you can't avoid that it exists.
Because black people were made to feel ugly and believe that they were. So now what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? We were raised that way. Back from fucking then. You know what I'm saying? If you were not white, you ain't shit. So now, programming the mind that way of like, you're beautiful in any form, however, this is gonna take years as well.
Because even the color black, the darkness, it's mournful color in terms. It's a...
everything associated with black.
Fear, yeah. Fear. It's a whole lot of negative words and negative energy. But it shouldn't be, it can be, even the light can be negative because it can be blinding. So like, just like, feel through what you feel through, right? Nami?
I feel you. That's deep as fuck. That's deep as fuck.
So, please, like,
comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell that other person to come check this out.
Yeah, facts. And tell us what they think, or you guys can have that discussion as fuck.
Yeah, also have this discussion even away from us if you need to, if you're not comfortable saying it downstairs. And
also like when you kind of like face a problem, like the pretty privileged problem, or when you're in a space where you feel like that is being inflicted upon by the society around you, try and do something about it or say something about it. Try and have uncomfortable conversations.
Be more than just conscious or aware.
Yeah. Try and change the narrative. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Change the narrative, man. Peace, love, all those things.
And be an OG.
Please.